We're in the year 1185 of the Solanki-Rajput campaign. We had just captured Kannauj, and our Maharaja is in Kannauj. The prince is heading that way. Maharaja is 60 years of age, about to pass away. The Ghurids have arrived in Tanessa, the next settlement down from Kannauj, and Tanessa can resist for one more game turn, so it will fall in the next game turn. Then we will be neighbors with the Ghurids and the real mayhem will begin. And so I got hold of the book called the Tarik-i-Yamini. That's a book that was written about close to a century earlier by the vizier of the Sultan of Ghazni. And he tells the history around this period of time for over a century. A very dreadful book, and it's worth reading, especially if you like horror movies or horror stories. It is a constant tale of horror, page after page after page. And what is just unbelievable is that the author of this chronicle does not understand the horror he's describing. He thinks there's justice made to the enemies of God. And it begins with a situation of the Great Seljuks, which can be described as the Great Seljuk Chaos, where there was really no centralized authority whatsoever. To even imagine this is completely out of the question. The only semblance of a ruler at the time was apparently a state of the Samanids, who had some Persian-sounding names but appear to have been thoroughly Islamized. And they ruled some region of Persia in the direction of what is today Tehran. And the rest of that world was absolute and total chaos, and to call it chaos is giving it a description which isn't even worthy of that. And the land had been completely dilapidated, was in the mercy of bands and clans and tribes of thieves and robbers and looters and plunderers who were fighting each other for plunder. And one can imagine there would have been nothing left to plunder anymore. And so at some point, the Sultan of Ghazni just completely lost interest of that vast area because it was just a tract of distraction and nothing else, and turned his attention towards India. And I've got to the point where the chronicle describes the first incursion into India by the Mahmud of Ghazni. And it's a horrendous story. Basically, these bands of robbers on horse, several thousands of them, descend upon India. And the Hindus tried to put an army together, which is described as being very great in number. But we can imagine these were just farmers and citizens and whatever who were given a spear and were told to go and fight. And there was among them a Maharaja of sorts with some elephants. And this sort of army, absolutely not a hope in hell or in heaven or whatever. There's just no chance of defeating these experienced robbers and plunderers who all their lives were doing nothing other than kill and steal and just murder and fight each other. And so you can imagine all of them on horseback as well. It was a massacre. And he concludes, this vizier, who's, just detached from reality. He concludes by saying that 100,000 children were taken into slavery. He thinks that's a great achievement. And that the treasures that the fallen and the princes and so on had on them were valued at several thousand dinars. Of course, their lives were not really considered as worth mentioning. What were their lives worth? Their king or Maharaja was allowed to leave at some point after his son was kept as a hostage, but he committed suicide because of the great loss he had suffered. After that, the horsemen of the Sultan, seeing what a great plunder they had made in India, decided to continue and started attacking and sacking whatever cities were on the way. Anyone who resisted them, who barricaded themselves in fortifications, was considered a perverse enemy of God. And it was justice to kill them because they had opposed their God's cause or something like that. And it was just, oh my God, it's just so horrifying. It's unbelievable to the point it almost seems like it's unreal that someone has invented it. In any case, this is what we're about to face at this point. We're about to face the wrath of the Gores descending towards the Hindu plains, the ones we have with so much difficulty even, managed to somehow put together under some sort of centralized rule. So it is the end of this game turn, so let's move on. So I'll probably not be using reshade, except maybe for some major battle. So we'll continue without reshade. Okay, where were we? No, don't tell me. Okay, created a temple, but there was nobody there. How is this possible? Okay, never mind. An omission. Someone would have gotten some chivalry, but forgot to put someone in a bar. How's this possible? Okay, whatever. Still late now. Okay, so let's get our prince here because our Maharaja is soon going to die. And I want to go to a settlement which is west. So, by the way, Tanessa has fallen. So, the mayhem of the Gores is coming in our direction. Okay, we need elephants for that. And we need to move some units northward. I think I recruited a diplomat. But the purpose of the diplomat is not to conduct any diplomacy, to be honest. The purpose of the diplomat is to safeguard from our armies going rebel. And you see presently what I mean. How far can you get? Up to about here. That's a good spot. So let's get all the decent units we can gather from this place. And to minimize the chances they'll go rebel, I just hope, maybe deluded, but adding an agent to the army might prevent the army from going rebel, because the agent himself cannot go rebel just like that. So have the diplomat with him might prevent the army from rebelling, because I don't have any generals in this area. What I do have is this guy, actually, and here's the plan. Our prince can hire some units. We have the money. Go into Kalinjar so we can maintain complete order. And our Maharaja can head for Kalinjar, which is a castle. And we will repeat the type of attack we had on Kalinjar against the cavalry there, and infantry should not worry us too much. Let's retrain this cavalry unit. And now here, for the first time, you might have noticed, after building that temple, we have the possibility of recruiting Kshatriya warriors, who are one of the best units, if not the best unit, that Rajputs can get in terms of infantry. But we need a high-level temple for that, and that high-level temple is only available in cities. It's this thing here, the Puja Gar. And so that's our plan now, to, as much as possible, build such temples so we can get Kshatriya warriors. Okay, large town, so we need that. Somewhere here we had the Raja of Mumbai. Okay, he's gone to Dar. You can get Bharat Armor Spearmen, which is the unit that you see here. This unit is Bharat Armor Spearmen. They're a middle level spearmen. They're not the best. They're not militia either. Okay, so we have to get this guy somewhere in a more important settlement. And the most important settlement is Amritsar. Now, one thing that could happen is that the Ghurids might head this way and try and besiege Ajmer. And so we have to get ready to attack Ajmer. For that, we will need elephants and a decent army. And we have to hurry up because very soon the full wrath of the Ghurids will be upon us. So right now there is some urgency to move on with our armies and the conquest of what's left of the rebel settlements. And let's just get units at this point. We just need units. We can use them as garrisons and move the decent units further north to capture Ajmer and defend against the Ghurids. I was thinking there's a small possibility the reason our generals become so chivalrous is because Maharaja. A Maharaja who is super chivalrous himself. And his chivalry may be helping us in our other faction members getting chivalrous traits. It's a possibility. Okay, how are we doing with money? Okay, we're not losing money. In the meantime, I had forgotten who do we need. Okay, so we can contact whomever, doesn't matter. So here, let's contact the Byzantines. Our last chance for getting war subsidies. Very soon, kingdom will be powerful enough that people will not be willing to give us war subsidies.
As you have just done.
Thank you. Thank you for being so nice about us. Yes, indeed, about us being direct. Okay, thank you.
There is something you wish to speak of?
There is something, yes.
You do not hide your questions, which is appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind remark.
A balanced decision for a balanced deal. Very well.
We are never direct. It just appears so.
Is there something wrong, mighty ally?
Yeah, there's going to be something wrong very soon.
There is honor in asking what we think of this.
Thank you,
You saw
my
the
good
balance
lord.
in this.
Oh yes, oh yes, there's some balance coming. There's some justice coming. Oh, from the attitude of that person, it sounds like we're losing the trust of our so-called allies, our fair-weathered friends in distant lands, because our strength is growing. Don't I have another diplomat somewhere? Oh, yes.
When our allies speak, the Sultan listens.
He is a gentleman.
The honest nature in your question was expected.
Thank you for saying something about us being direct. Okay.
It was a simple deal to make, yes?
Oh, yes, indeed. Let's see how he
Discussions
responds.
come to a close.
No longer farewell and peace be with you and all that. So they start to like us less. That's what I am gathering. And that is probably the end of this turn, except let's see what our taxes are set as. I don't want to raise taxes too high at this point because we do have a decent income. Cannot recruit anything anywhere. That's just so frustrating. We're making a decent income, except we need to grow our settlements and our kingdom. And I just remembered I forgot to give the ancillary of the Maharaja to our prince. Hopefully he will live another game turn or so, if he doesn't die a hero's death. Okay. Fingers crossed, there's a battle coming. So this is likely the end of year 1185. And now comes the battle. Okay, so we saw their units. They have these very nice Gandhar spearmen. They have these also very nice Gandhar axemen. It's weird that we have a centralized kingdom and built up settlements, but we don't get such nice units. But the rebels have the best. What can you do? And then the Jaipur longbowmen are the best archers the Rajputs get. So they have the best spearmen, the best axemen, the best archers. Okay, at least we have elephants. And a bunch of useless militia guarding our towns. Okay, let's go. So this will be a repeat of the attack on Kannauj, except that this settlement is a castle. Let me just pause again. Let's have a look at the castle. So it's like an Islamic castle, whitewashed again. So they've edited these settlements. These Hindu settlements, they have this whitewashed look, and this was done by the original modding team in 2008. So the Hindu settlements were changed, kind of, only visually, kind of in whiteness, let's say. They were changed in the original form of Broken Crescent. But not so much on the strat map. And the fields are white as well. Fine. To battle. To battle and glory. Another victory awaits. Fingers crossed. Another victory or a hero's death. Krishna forbid. Oh, the cavalry's already. I have to hurry up. No, they stopped. No, they started again. No, they stopped. Let's stop. Now they're going. Be ready to... They're going to go after the elephants. So let's go. Hopefully they go after the elephants, which will give us a chance to throw some javelins at them. Oh yeah, doing well. Okay, we've thrown all our javelins, so no need to rush. They're down to 24, I think they were over 30 or 32 or something, so that's fine. Now, all we have to do with our jab cab is to prevent them from escaping. We don't want them to escape. Okay, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Oh, and for a change.
The enemy warlord is running like a startled goat. Hunt him down.
For a change. Sunny day. What's going on? We kill them. Not yet. Cavalry, come on, don't let him go.
Our most worthy warriors have captured the enemy general. Give the fool a cup, and make sure he doesn't want for wine while we slaughter his army.
Oh yeah, we got him. We got him. Very nice. Okay, so let's get our cavalry up here. And the elephants, we just need to distract them a little bit. Let's see. Wind it, wind it, wind it. Cavalry's warmed up. Okay, the enemy army is approaching. Okay, the Jaipur long movement are not too far away, and so what we need to do then is get these guys here running. Gandhar's spearmen. Okay. Oh dear. Everybody run, 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 run. We don't want the Jaipur longbowmen start firing flaming arrows. That'll be a mess. Be a real mess. Real mess. Just go. Have they forgotten about us? They still remember we're here. Oh dear, Jaipur longbowmen are about soon be upon us. Those who unit haven't forgotten about our cavalry. I think at this point we could make our move. Get going. Oh, they're very tired. Hopefully, so is our enemy. Warriors, march. Or gallop, or whatever elephants do. Other than stampede. Do not stampede. Okay, we've gotten away. Now, can we get into their castle unobserved? Okay, we left them behind.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
Yes, indeed. This has happened. At this point, victory is almost certain, so tiredness is the least of a price to pay for that. Exhausted. Okay. Just keep moving and keep our fingers crossed. Okay. Okay, they've decided to head back and chase our cavalry. They abandoned the elephants. Move out before it is too late. Let's try and distract them again. Let's move back. You don't need to gallop for crying out loud. Okay, our enemies are getting tired. My God, it's not raining. It's not misty. There isn't a fog. What on earth are you guys crazy? You're selling out in good weather. You think I'm trying to make beautiful looking videos or what? Oh no, forgot. Damn it. Go inside. Don't stay out here. Oh my god. Forgot completely. Yeah. This could be a disaster. How did I forget that? Oh dear, just charge them. Too late now. Just charge them. They sent their archers this way. Completely missed that. Absent-minded. Just taking pretty pictures. Okay. Justice. Come on, people, move. They've also removed some buildings. I don't know why. There's a building here normally, and I have a feeling there are buildings here. Yeah, more buildings.
Our men have taken control of the castle.
Jolly good. If we can keep it before the enemy is upon us. It's a big if. Where are they? Okay, we have hope. The Gandhar spearmen look very confused. Is there another unit here somewhere? I don't see them. Oh, they're the units that we're destroying. How are these people doing? They're heading into the castle. Not quite there yet. Fingers crossed, it's going to be tight. How does Gunners get away? Let's distract the people going into the castle. Where is him?
The enemy own the walls now. Drive them back. We
Okay.
will not be beaten.
You have 30 seconds. Okay. Oh yeah. We got them. Yeah, we've got it. They're inside, but only have 3 seconds. That's it.
The dead lie
Good.
around us and we
Victory.
still walk tall. That makes us the
Oh,
victors
yeah.
for today.
Indeed. That was a bloodless victory. I just got some experience. Rajput cavalry as well. And yeah. And so now we also have, what was it? What was the city called? Kalinjar. Okay, back to Tanasa. And our army has arrived. We don't need the diplomat anymore. Oh, look, just what I was saying. They're going for Ajmer. Well, if they take it, we have to take it back from them. We just have to build as big an army as we can. The Raja of Mumbai has to get to Mumbai. To have a harbor between. Nothing's cheap in this part of the world. And now here we will need to get that ancillary from Maharaja. I forgot about. Oh, there's the Raja of everything. But he's soon going to pass away. Very nice. We can get back to Kalinjar. As Maharaja is about to pass away, we'll leave him here, so if he dies, the place will not lapse into disorder. And we can make a higher income with all these ancillaries that our prince has. And we just have to build everything here. Construction fever to face the birds. Hire anyone we can. Where are our good units? Can send some rubbish units down here. Okay, that's near the end of the episode. We just have to still do
Morhaba, trusted one. What is it you seek?
diplomatic missions very quickly. You know the drill.
Not guessing at the value I place on your plans. If Allah is willing, we will reach peace and farewell.
Okay, peace and farewell sounds good. They're not completely losing trust in us.
Noble allies, what can we do for you today? Bless you for being open to asking.
720. Very
Agreed then? Our thanks. Until
Okay, that
next-
sounds better. Better than last game turn. They've heard of the trouble coming. But,
When our allies speak, the Sultan listens. You do not hide your questions, which is appreciated. A balanced decision for a balanced. Our discussions come to a close.
so indeed, so they do.
Morhaba, trusted one. What is it you seek?
Morhaba. Morhaba, my good friend.
The honest nature in your question was expected. It was a simple deal to make, yes? Very well. Ma'asalama.
Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the end of this game turn. Do we need a temple? Should we get cavalry? And that was the end of this episode. We're in the year 1186. We hopefully are still a couple of game turns away before facing the Gurids, and in fact I should start asking for war subsidies to find the Gurids from perhaps next game turn. Until then, thank you for watching.